So to create an expanded version of this where we won't rely on the function same period last year, instead we are going to try to create our own version of same period last year. So let me duplicate this measure, Ctrl A, Ctrl C, right click, new measure. So let's paste this one here and call it SPLY2. And because this is going to be my output, I'm going to take this to the return leg of my measure. So return this once I finish defining the different variables I would like to use. So our objective now is let's create this and replace it with our own filters, our own filter that is able to take us to the same period in the last year. So let's look at one guinea pig. So let's take June of 2016 for example. So the objective now is when June is selected, what that basically means is all the dates in the month of June. We need all that dates in every month here. So in each month, let's get all the dates. Then we need to be able to travel back to the previous year and select exactly the same set of dates. So for each month like this, we get all the dates and we want to have the exact same thing for a previous year. So we've seen a pattern that looks like this before and it should be easier for us to understand this. So let me call this var and let's say these are the currently selected dates. So let's say var selected dates is going to be equals to values, gives me a list. So values rather than value. So values of my calendar dates shows me a list of all the dates selected. So for January, it will give me a list of all the dates selected in January, 1 to 31. For February, 1 to 28 or 29. Then I'm going to say var exact same dates in a previous year. So let's say selected dates for previous year. So selected dates, but for the previous year is going to be equals to, we're going to use our very important date add function here, so that we can travel back. So date add, once the first thing is our date is the selected dates variable that I've written up there. So selected dates, and the number of interval is, I want you to pick all those dates and move back 1 year. So that's like moving back means moving in the opposite direction, which is -1, move back 1 year, and comma, and the interval is here, right? So move back 1 year. Then we can come back now to the return side of things. We've defined what we want. We can now come and change this and blow it up to our own same period last year, which is now should look like this. Calculate revenue, and the dates that we wanted to include in that revenue should be days. So filter, of course, you need to open up the calendar table. So all of the calendar, that's the table for filter, but the filter expression. So once you give that table, all of the calendar, to the filter function, then we need it to shrink the table to what we want now, which is where the calendar dates. So where the calendar dates is in the selected dates for previous year. So the calendar date has to be within the list of previous year dates. So close this and close this, and when I hit enter here and I come here to include that on the report, so this should give us exactly the same results.